Hi, I'm Dave Pelunis, Motorcars Acura Volvo in Bedford, 18123 Rockside Road. What we're going to do is we're going to take a test drive in the 2010, all-new 2010 Volvo XC60. Hope you have a good ride. Exclusively on the 2010 Volvo XC60 is a feature called City Safety. It's a feature that if you happen to be daydreaming and you're driving along, not paying attention to a car in front of you, it will automatically stop you when you're traveling between 2 and 9 miles per hour. Stop you completely without your putting your foot on the brake. You have to put your foot on the brake 1 second after the car totally stops you. Between 10 and 18 miles per hour, the car will slow you down. And the minute you put your foot on the brake, as I say, it will totally turn off the system. So let's give it a whirl and see how it works. There you go. That's how fast it stops the car and stops it completely. Side road right now, and this car has four-wheel independent suspension, giving it a much smoother ride. The does not have busy movements when you're driving down the road. It's just a wonderful, refined feeling when you're driving this car. It's a turbocharged engine in this one. It also comes in a non-turbo. This is the T6 that we're driving right now. 281 horsepower with 295 pounds-feet of torque. Lots of torque, lots of pulling power in the engine, which gets you up to speed instantaneously. 0 to 60, depending upon who's doing the calculations, is in about 6.9 seconds, which is extremely quick for a car of this size and weight. It's and the wheels, it has four-wheel disc brakes, and it has ventilated disc brakes, which means that the brakes won't fade when you're braking, hard braking at high speed, and even in city traffic as well. The wheelbase of this car is a very usable and smooth, this also contributes to the smooth ride, 109.2-inch wheelbase, and the overall length of the car is 182.2 inches, which gives it a nice, wonderful, refined ride and feel for a smaller SUV. We're about to take the 2010 Volvo XC60 T6, the turbocharged 281 horsepower engine, on the freeway on 271 and show you how fast it gets up to speed. That's first, and it is a 6-speed automatic transmission. We're already exceeding the speed limit, but we got up to 60 in about 6.9 seconds. This car runs on regular gas, by the way, 87 octane, and gets approximately, in the city, 16 miles per gallon, and on the highway, 22 miles per gallon. However, if you don't drive aggressively, you should get consistently better mileage than that by at least 3 or 4 miles per gallon. But of course, driving is the key ingredient. It will determine what your mileage is going to be like. And the braking capabilities of this car are absolutely remarkable. I will, as long as no one's behind me right now, brake the car. Nice, smooth, even brake, and back up to speed. And this turbo kicks in right around 1500 RPM and goes all the way up into the upper reaches of around 5500 RPM. So it's a broadband turbo. There isn't the typical old-fashioned turbo lag. It's right there when you need it. Every XC60, 2010 XC60, is equipped with hybrid digital radio, which enables you to, when stations broadcast in hybrid digital, and most of the Cleveland stations do broadcast in hybrid digital, the main channel being in CD quality sound, and the secondary channels being in FM quality sound. So that, for example, 107.3.3, which is the wave, there are 3 different channels that you can tune to. with 3 different styles of music. The main one, which is the wave, as I said, smooth jazz, and the other ones, the secondary one is straight ahead jazz, and then the third one is classical music, all on one radio station, because it is a digital signal. And the other thing is that on AM, there are 2 AM stations in Cleveland that broadcast in hybrid digital, and it's equivalent to FM quality sound. So it's got better frequency response than any AM station ever had, because it is in digital, high fidelity sound. The other thing that this car has, as all Volvos have, is dynamic stability traction control. So what it does, the dynamic stability traction control does, is it is a braking system that brake intervention, throttle intervention, and traction control that comes into play when you're on a slippery surface that prevents you from skidding. And the other thing that this car has is roll stability control. And what roll stability control does is there's a yaw sensor that is mounted midway through the cabin of the car, underneath the car. If it detects you're getting into a rollover situation in the XC60 or on the XC90 for that matter, it automatically brakes the appropriate wheels and lets up on the gas to try to prevent you from rolling over, which is obviously an important feature. This car also has a panoramic moonroof, which is laminated, so the glass, and it's exclusive to our cars, it's laminated so that the glass, if God forbid you're in a rollover situation, the glass doesn't come down and cut you and hurt you. Only the front part of the laminated moonroof, the panoramic moonroof, moves, and there also is a windscreen that pops up that stops some of the buffeting of the wind, that terrible noise that we used to get when we opened up the moonroofs. There also is a sunshade, electrically operated sunshade, that comes forward that covers over the moonroof, and you can stop it midway if you like as well. This car also comes with a 5-star crash rating from NHTSA, and this car also, in addition to having that type of safety rating, comes with side impact protection system, as every single Volvo has it, and that is a beam that goes down the center of the vehicle to better protect you in a side collision. Another thing that this car has is whiplash protected front seats. The front seats are actually spring-loaded, and in the event of a rear-end collision, the seat absorbs the impact of the collision, and then at the end of the collision, as the seat moves back to better protect you, it moves back about 20 degrees or 2 inches to better protect you, resulting in a 45% reduction in serious injury to your spine or your neck. 2 very important features in this car are the side impact protection system and also the whiplash protection system in the seats. Also, there are side airbags, have a very unique way of performing. The airbags deploy at different speeds. The one that actually protects your hip deploys at a different speed than the one that protects the side of your chest, simply because the hip will withstand more force. I'm Dave Pelunis. Please come in and take a real test drive with me at Motorcars Volvo.